8 years of doing business, and Michael and what he's going to talk about is one of the reasons that we keep growing and we keep going, and it's because there's help, there's support, and there's always somebody there to make our life easier. You're going to hear about that in a minute. I'm going to let him introduce himself as well. But before we get started, small disclosure. And all of you should reach out to Michael, should use of his service, and you're going to hear why. But make sure that y'all email me directly so that I can connect you. We don't want to blow him up with 1,000 emails, messages, texts, etc. So that being said, welcome, good evening. Happy to have all y'all on here. For those of you who watch the recording, connect with us as well. That being said, Michael, before we get started, I wanna let you do your own introduction, tell the people what you do, what you're going to be,
Sure,
and a little bit more about yourself.
sure, absolutely. Hello, everybody. Pleasure to be here tonight. Jay, thank you for the opportunity. Look forward to meeting all of you on this call sometime in the future. So I'm the Chief Revenue Officer for Rent Butter. We're a tech-forward software company, and we focus primarily on background screening, comprehensive background screening, and a full verification engine. So the ability to verify an applicant's income, their employment, if they upload documents, verify that those are valid documents, things like that, all directly from the sources. And then we can, depending on your software, actually integrate directly into your software. So a lot to share on that specifically. In terms of my background, I spent much of my career in the multifamily space, and then the last, I'd say, 5 or 6 years, been very involved in the manufactured housing world as well. Again, primarily providing services uh, focused on screening and verifications to help operators better underwrite risk, which drives revenue and optimizes your leasing process.
Absolutely, Michael. I met you, what was it, about a year ago, give or take?
Yeah, we met at Louisville. We met in Louisville at the manufactured housing conference there in December,
Yeah,
last
yeah.
December.
And see, for those of you listening out, that's one of many events that happens. I didn't even know about that one until almost time. I was invited by the
Yeah.
firm, which we do a lot of business with, and it's like events like that. SECO, SECO is coming up as well. You got all these connections out there. You got to go out and make them. Before I met Michael, I was having tenants just go to the local police department and get me a background. Some were legit, some probably were not. Most probably weren't. They just print something out. We were using a rent prep and nothing against them. But when I was introduced to rent and butter, it's a whole nother level. I mean, the way, and Michael's going to share a little presentation for y'all, but it's made our life easier. And when I talk about this, previous coaching calls were how do you screen? How do you do backgrounds? What do you allow with tenants? That's the biggest role before you actually move forward with a tenant or a buyer. Those people are going to live in your home. Just remember that. It's almost like a marriage. Takes longer and harder to get rid of them to get them in there. So you don't want to be involved in something like that without a thorough screening. But Michael, if you want to jump on and give us a presentation, well, we got
Sure.
plenty of questions for you after.
Looks like Jay host. It's just say I can't share my screen. Can you open that up for me? A chance.
Brad, can you give him access to share his screen?
Yep, on top of it now.
Thank you, sir.
Locked and loaded.
All right, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see here. All right, you all should be able to see my screen here in just a minute.
There she is. Rent
All
butter.
right. So I mentioned what Rent Butter is. We're really focused on comprehensive screening again, verifications engine. I'll talk to you a lot more about that. Our motto really is that we can help operators find good residents regardless of that credit score, and I'll delve quite a bit into that. All right, before I go into our core competencies, I want to spend a minute on how rampant synthetic online application fraud is in the industry. Since COVID, it's probably not surprising to most of you that most applicants are applying online for their rental housing. That's for apartment communities, manufactured housing, single family homes. Much of that lease process is actually happening online, and it's created opportunities for bad actors to defraud operators. The good news is there's technology out there to thwart that. So, as an example, as a consumer, I can go out to a website and find websites that generate fake pay stubs from no less than 30 different sites. Rent Butter has the technology to detect that type of fraud as well as synthetic fraud. So people that are using partial, like fake names along with real socials or vice versa, or third-party fraud where they're actually using stolen identities to go and create new consumer profiles and then go rent apartments or lease at manufactured housing operators and create chaos, not pay their rent, creating, of course, it increases your bad debt, your turnover cost increase significantly. So suffice it to say, the National Multi-Housing Conference, which is a recognized, one of the largest recognized associations that support multifamily, single family, and they do have some large manufactured housing operators. So if you look at some of these stats here, they're pretty alarming. I will tell you that we know definitively from our own research that 25% of all evictions, at least, and that's a pretty conservative number, stem from falsified documents being presented at the beginning of the lease. So Rent Butter can really help with that, and I'll walk you through that process. Alarming statistic right here, over 93% of these larger operators have experienced fraud across their portfolios. And again, we're seeing that across single family, manufactured housing, as well as multifamily. So Rent Butter, we have, really, again, two core competencies. That core comprehensive screening, we overlay that with our own behavior analytics. I'll talk a lot more about that. And then really help you as an operator detect fraud where it starts, which is in the lease process. A little bit more around our core offerings. Of course, we have credit, eviction, criminal information. We handpick our vendors for our criminal data, for our eviction data. We use TransUnion for the credit. I'll talk a little bit more about why. We verify the ID. So like when you go to the airport, you go through TSA, they're verifying your driver's license. We do the same thing. Pay stub fraud detection. If they're uploading pay stubs, we can detect if that document's been manipulated so that you know that whatever income's been presented is actually is verified, that document is real. We can verify their rent or mortgage payment directly through their banking institution. We'll talk about that. And then all our products are designed to be mobile first. We know that over 90% of applicants that are applying for department use their smartphones. They use their smartphones to do it. So we've made our product to be mobile first. A couple comments here. When you look at the broader market, there are over 45 million rental housing homes in the United States. Renters make up 35% of the US population. Of those, when you look at the average credit score nationally, it sets around 712. Most renters are coming in less than that. The problem that creates for operators is that with a lot of systems, you're forced to really rely on that credit score versus understanding how they're performing as a trend financially. And that's where we really are relevant, provide better insights to help you underwrite risk on particularly applicants that are scoring in this 500 to 675 range. That is where we really can be more relevant and increase your revenue. Where it starts is in your applicant demand. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we move forward. The comment here is that we know that any one financial hiccup in someone's consumer profile can prevent them from finding better housing. So I'll say that our two masters are obviously we want to better underwrite risk for our clients, but we also, we believe, provide a really good tool for consumers that might not have great credit. Maybe they've had some bumps in the road in the past, but they are a good renter and they do prioritize things like their car payments, right? Those are the things that we can see and pick out and help you better underwrite that risk, regardless of that credit score. So we do believe we perform a really good duty across the country in helping families, helping consumers that might not have great credit find affordable housing. Traditional credit reports they weren't designed for landlords. The FICO score, the Vantage score, they were traditionally designed to help banks and help the auto industry write those loans. Our score, our algorithms, the way we're analyzing underwriting risk is designed specifically for the rental housing market. And again, regardless of that credit score. So when you look at behavior analytics, understanding how they're trending, far more valuable to you as an operator in underwriting that risk. And if you're if you're doing any type of underwriting, or actually you're doing the mortgages yourself, if you're underwriting as a lender, RentButter can help you there as well. There is cross-pollination here. This example is cross-pollination between the type of data that we're able to provide more insights and transparency, because we're going to go right to the bank in order to provide you better actionable information around their income. The employment, we can go directly to payroll, provide you payroll data, that name, address, social, date of birth, as well as their true income. We have comprehensive criminal data. And again, we can verify rent payments. So there's a lot of benefits, not just for the operator, but for the lender or renter looking for housing. So I'm going to walk you through the prospect experience. I'll show you a sample report. And then obviously we can open this up to Q&A, Jay, which I know you'll be leading. So let's just pretend, maybe you don't, but if you've got a website and you've got an apply now feature at your property, we can, and it could be any type of, it could just a general website for your properties. If you've got an apply now, we can build in within that where it directs them directly to RentButter. We do that all the time with our clients. Once that happens, if you've got an applicant that you're directing to your website to apply, once they click on that link, they fill out an application, they fill out whatever application that you have. Once that's completed and they've made their application, they've paid their application fee, we're going to send them an email. Looks like this, and they can start their verification process. Really simple. From their phone, they're going to be able to verify their income, verify their ID, verify their employment. This is exactly what the process looks like. It's really important to note that we really try to make this experience easy for the consumer, because if we do that, we get higher adoption, better verifications for you as the operator. And it's super fast. So to verify their ID, they're simply going to upload their driver's license. We actually give them instructions on how to do that. They upload the front, upload the back. Again, just like when you go to the airport, they're going to look at that barcode. They're looking at the front of the information. We compare that. We verify it. We'll let you know if it's a valid ID. Next thing we're going to do is verify their income. We're going to go right to the preferred method is to go right to their bank to do that. I'll walk you through that process first. What they're going to do is if they click on that option, they're going to select the banking institution that we include Chime. They select the bank. They put in their credentials. And now we're going to actually provide them their deposits. We show them their deposits for 12 months by month, so they can select all their income sources. Quick comment here. We know that many renters and many people in general, they might have one or even two, sometimes three jobs. The benefit here is they can select all their income sources from their bank account or multiple bank accounts. They have that option as well, so that you as the operator can verify that income directly through the source. And we're making it really easy for the applicant in order to express that income. Here you can see this example. They've uploaded two pay stubs. They've downloaded two deposits from their bank account. And we are going to verify that income. We also verify the name, address, social security number, and date of birth right out of the payroll. Next option I'll show you is right through bank. The next option is payroll. Here, that they would have. Sorry. Jay, should I just keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. If they choose payroll, we're going to let them know that it's simple, safe, secure. Skip the lines. If you do this, this is going to get you into your rental home faster. We use a company called Pinwheel, great technology. They've got most of the payroll systems out there. We do let them know that it's private. We don't share their data. It's encrypted. And again, it's convenient and fast. This is all in order to drive more adoption with actually completing this process. They select the payroll provider. They can scroll until they find it. And we're going to verify, again, income, verify their name, address, social, and date of birth right out of the payroll. The other, just a quick segue here, Jay and group. We
Excuse me,
also
Josh.
are, we have the
It's
work
going
number.
good. How you day going, Josh? Good.
Y'all
Okay.
coming in, make sure y'all mute y'all's phones. Go ahead, Michael.
Brother, you good, brother? Keep moving.
You muted Michael, I think.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. We also are incorporating the work number. If any of you all are familiar with that, it's an Equifax entity, and we know that the work number has the largest payroll data out there. So that's something else that we're incorporating into the software. Just anybody that might be interested about that. All right, so if they upload pay stubs, they can take a picture, but we're going to push them to download a PDF, and they can download as many as they need to. You may require 3 months of income, you may require 2 months, or even 1 month. Whatever that is, just know that they can download all those documents. We are going to verify those documents to ensure that they have not been tampered or manipulated. And then from there, the next thing we're going to do is show you those pay stubs, push that back into Rent Butter. You can see all that data, and we'll give you scores on that. And if we see if there or detect any fraud, we're going to let you know that. They can even leave a message here if they want to tell you something about themselves or the process. Last thing they can do, which is kind of a bonus round, is that they can verify their rent or their mortgage payment right through the bank. We do ask for the landlord name, their phone number, how long they lived there, how much their rent was, and why they left. We're going to go right back in. We use Plaid for this. And we're going to present to them only their withdrawals by month for up to 12 months so they can select all of their rent payments or mortgage payments. Okay, so we verified the ID, we verified the income, and we've even verified the rent or mortgage payment here. Next thing I want to show you is a sample, some caveats on what our reporting looks like. And one of the reasons that I believe Jay is using this now is we're going to give you a nice summary on their credit. So you get your credit score here, the monthly debt obligation, if there's any insufficient funds, any collection accounts, evictions. So we give you a summary page, so it's all encapsulated in that one page. Our clients really like that. Here, we're going to provide you their total debt and collections and recent inquiries from fast cash payday loans specifically. These are our own proprietary metrics. It's in order to provide you some trending analysis on how they're performing financially and whether that they have the capacity to pay and willingness to pay based on how they're performing, again, as a financial consumer. The total debt and collections is one of the leading indicators of future rental performance or how they'll perform on a loan. The recent inquiries, and these are specific to fast cash payday loans. Another leading indicator that if you see a lot of activity here, is that it's a leading indicator that they could be problematic. Means that if they're looking for cash loans, that they're cash deficient, that could be problematic for you in the near future. Again, it's all in an effort to show you what is that near term, defined as 8 to 12 months financial status. We're going to also provide you their income and rent history here, month over month. So you can see that nice, clean dashboard report. We get more granular in the reporting, as Jay could testify in the reports that he gets with his account. And then on the credit itself, we're going to give you a heat map on their trade lines so you can see how they're performing month over month, all in an effort, again, to show you how they're trending. So each bar represents a month. All green represents they're paying on time. You can see where there's any hiccups in their payments. Again, all of this in an effort to show you how they're trending regardless of that credit score so you can better underwrite that risk. And that's it. Jay, I'll pass it back off to you to answer any questions.
Yeah, no, that's the green lines. That's phenomenal. Some of those applicants that we get, they're all red. So, it's not hard to tell, who pays. And then, of course, it shows collections in the bottom. So it seems like a lot of steps, a lot of moving parts. It's not, guys. I mean, this system here, it is phone friendly, which is huge. and people tells us that was actually pretty quickly to get it done. One of the reasons you don't want to lose out on a potential tenant or a buyer because you got to do this massive application background. Then it takes a week to come back and all kinds of stuff. So with Rent Butter is do it from your phone, do it quickly, and we get it even quicker and it's there. But a couple questions on there, Michael. Now, you said because you were on real estate, then mobile homes. Do you see more fraud when it comes to the mobile home industry? People uploading fake pay stubs, fake IDs, etc.
Yes and no. I'd say no. I'd say it's rampant. You see that across the spectrum. You'd be surprised how much you see that in luxury multifamily assets. You would think the opposite, but we see it. You see it quite a bit. We see that really in all levels within multifamily, but in manufactured housing, I'd see where we see bigger trends is in specific markets where we know a lot of these bad actors are. Sometimes there are these rings of they're literally rings of people that have these fake IDs where they're actually out and applying for apartments, they're applying at mobile home parks, they're applying for single family homes, all in an effort to defraud. And if they're successful, the problem that creates is number one, they're not paying their rent or their mortgage, right? Secondly, they are usually creating issues either at your community or certainly for that asset. And then when they do skip or evict, you can't chase that money because they're a ghost. They're gone. So it's just, and then there's the turnover cost, the lost money in evictions or the mortgage that you just didn't capture. It creates a caveat of problems and ultimately bad debt, and then you've lost out on that revenue opportunity. So really,
No, and it's a pattern. You're able to see that, and that's we say history repeats itself. You get one of these backgrounds, you want to be nice, you want to help people out, but when you see 10, 20 collections, you see multiple payments. I mean, you're the next one. Now that's all there's to it. So it's like the risk is there to take. With the system here, you choose to take it. That's on you. You saw what was coming. So you're able to see this for lengths of time and really be able to track who's on there. So now we had a call, I think it was about a week ago, you and I we were talking about because I think today we had 7 applicants apply. I mean, we use the system religiously. You talked about a system coming. I don't know how much you want to talk into yet, where we're going to be able to also take IDs from other countries.
So that's coming very, very soon. So
And that's huge.
So microblink is again, we use various technologies for whether it's the ID verification. Let me talk about that for a minute. So for the ID verification, we do some things internally on our own. We have some machine learning and AI that we're extracting and looking at the data off the driver's license. But we also have partnered with Microblink. They're a global leader in ID validation, and they also do that internationally, right? So they've got over 100 countries that they can validate IDs from. So in the new integration that we have with them, we expand beyond just the US. That we're going to be rolling that out in effectively around 30 days, if not less. So instead of just US applicants, we can now verify IDs from Canada, from Mexico, from South America, from Europe. We'll be able to verify those IDs at a extensive level. And then with that new technology, we provide better guidance for the applicant, meaning let's say they're trying to scan their driver's license and they're in a dark room. We're going to give them instructions on that to move their camera so it's a much lighter, all in an effort to get higher adoption and an accuracy of that verified government ID for you as the operator.
Now, let me ask you, the IDs, US IDs now, licenses, when we do the application, you have a criminal side that we focus on, evictions, that sort of thing, and that's nationwide. With this new system coming in, if it's still an American ID or license, if they have any criminal, Canada, Mexico, is they going to be able to track that as well?
So that's a great question. So it's somewhat at this point, this juncture, and we're looking at that. It's cost prohibitive to do it. When you look at Canada, for instance, those are providence searches. They take a long time. The data is hard to get to, and it's very manual. So what we're trying to do is automate your process so that you keep your sales velocity strong. And if depending on where they're moving from, the criminal can be a very delayed process, which will slow down your sales velocity. So what we've done is at least be able to validate that ID and do that in real time, right? So validate that that person is who they say they are, regardless of where they're coming from, U.S. or non-U.S. And that in and of itself will certainly help. It will significantly reduce any chance of synthetic or third-party fraud. On the criminal itself, if they are coming in from if they're not from the U.S., if they have an ITIN number and they've been here, you can run the criminal search with their ITIN number. If they do not have a social and ITIN, and you still want to move forward with that applicant, you can put in all zeros for their social, and we can still run eviction and criminal data, because those are they're different data attributes that we're looking for. We're not looking for the social.
Okay. Last question before I open it to the floor here. How many homes or properties does somebody have to have in order to become a client of Rent and Butter to be able to use the system?
So ideally, it would be 100 units or more. But we have a partnership with TransUnion where we can, and they have a really good product called Smart Move. It's not necessarily what we do, but it's a good product that we can refer to. If you've got a little under 100 units, we'll work with that. But our business really wasn't designed to deal with small operators with less than around 100 units.
Yeah, yeah, and then maybe you're a way around that one. Maybe I'll send them to my account.
No, there's definitely ways that we can work on that. Absolutely.
Okay.
We don't want to. Yeah, this week we can talk about that, Jay.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. Well, anybody in the group who has questions, Brad, if you just want to ask them, drop it on the comments or just speak up. I mean, now's the time.
Yeah, first of all, what's going on, everybody? Glad y'all checked in. If you got some questions right now, this is the time to do it. Let's go before I get on here and take over the whole flow, because I got questions.
Love it.
Okay, well,
Hey everybody. Oh,
what's up, Tracy?
hey everybody. Quick question for Rent Butter. Are there any other functions other than the screening and helping us, identify, I guess, viable tenants, like rent collection or anything like that, rent payment collection?
No, we don't. We don't do rent payment or rent, meaning actually collecting the rent.
Yes, like a portal for renters to access to pay their rent online.
Yeah, that's typically no, great question, Tracy. Was that Tracy?
Yes.
Tracy, that's a very good question. We have a lot of integrations, one of which is with Rent Manager. There's a lot of manufactured homes with Rent Manager Appfolio. That's usually handled through the property management software. If you don't have a property management software and you're looking for a solution to collect those rent payments, there are some what I call point solutions that offer that. Jay, I could get those to you post this call, and then you can circulate that to the group. In terms of other ancillary services, Tracy, that we offer, we are going to be incorporating actually showing rent payments, right? So the ability to capture consumers that are making the rent payments and then process that through the credit bureaus, which can help them expand their credit.
Yeah, that's a great question there, Tracy. So no, think of Rent and Butter as your best source to screen people. That's what you want it for, because that's step number one. Nothing happens, before that. But like Michael mentioned, is Rent Manager. That one's okay, in my opinion. Appfolio is okay. I use Door Loop. I love Door Loop, and it's the same. That works more as a management system, leases, applications, reminders, texting our tenants. That's where it's tracked more on that side. Now, Michael, could we link? And I'm not going to, even if we can. Could we link Rent Butter to Door Loop?
Great question, and yes, that's coming. So we are. We have a working prototype today, but it's not ready for the wild. It's a browser plugin that will be agnostic to any PMS that has an online product. So if Door Loop is if it's an online solution, then if it's in the cloud, then we'll be able to have a browser plugin and overlay that and be able to do your screening and push back in your screening results right into Door Loop. Yes.
Feeds the back of the door loop, then you have everything in one place. Absolutely. I like two different systems. Just I'm a control freak that way. I know Rent Butter's doing this thing, door loop is doing this thing, but syncing them together at one point will be beneficial.
No, it's hugely beneficial. We understand that. That's why we've created this browser plugin. There's a lot of different PMSs out there. You know, the Appfolios, the Rent Managers, the Yardies, RealPage, Property Boss, Buildium, Propertyware. We integrate with many of those, but there's a lot of them like Door Loop that we don't. So we've created this browser plugin that will be agnostic regardless of your PMS.
And for those of you looking for management systems, again, I'm just throwing it out there. Some of the management systems, I can't think of one, has their own screening backgrounds. Rent Butter is the most accurate, the most expedite, the easiest to use, friendly wise, all around. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's if you're using a certain background system, is it really checking thoroughly? Is it checking nationwide? Maybe somebody has some criminal history in New York. You can't find it down in Georgia. So there's things you got to keep in mind to that degree as well. So anyone else questions?
Yes, I have a question. This is Danielle.
Hi, Danielle.
And hopefully I'm not asking a question that was already stated. Sometimes folks go into the app and they may start and then they stop and they back out, they back out. What is in place with this app to kind of catch that or remind them or keep us, the investor, in the loop? What are the things in place for that?
Yeah, Danielle, it's a great question. So we're continuing to enhance the user experience for that specifically. But let's say, as an example to your question, an applicant is filling out, they're on their phone, they start the process, they get sidetracked, or let's say they can't, let's say they're trying to go through the payroll and they don't have their username and password. So they got to pause, maybe they exit out, they go get their credentials, they come back. All they have to do is go to that same link, that invite that we sent,
Hey, how you doing?
and it will take them right back to where they left off.
Doing good. You calling about the mobile homes?
Brad, you're on mute.
Yes, sir. You looking for a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom?
Brad,
Okay. What's your name, by the way?
Brad.
My name, Ed Lee Paul.
Somebody called
Okay,
Brad.
Ed. Yeah, my name is Brad. I'm about to shoot you the address right now so you can check your phone and see how far it is away from you real quick.
I just messaged him.
Just sent it to you.
Send it to me, see how far it is.
Yeah, I just texted to you. Let me know if you got it.
You know, I was on a Zoom with some attorneys.
You look like I thought you wanted my auntie.
All right,
Huh?
Danielle, just give him a call. He's not going to pay attention to text if he's on the phone.
Yeah, that's it right there. 73 Happiness Lane, Beach Island.
Beach Island?
Yep.
I ain't see it yet. I'm looking for it now.
73 Happiness Lane.
900 a month.
Yeah, 73 Happiness Lane.
You want a 2-bed? You want a 900? So you want 18 to move in?
Yeah, 1835.
All right. I think he's muted. Can you all still hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One thing I was going to add to that, it's if and Michael can talk about this, is if somebody goes and starts a background, to me, I almost consider that like a lead, because there's people who still kind of on the fence. Yeah, I want to rent, maybe I don't want to buy. That gives me the ability to, as long as they put their name, a phone number, or email, and you can track the progress, you can actually go see how much they uploaded. Some do very little, some do a whole lot and change their mind. I actually have an agent that goes back on all of our incomplete applications and nudges them a little bit more, gives them a call, shoots them an email. So it's like you got all that information sitting there. These are potential buyers or tenants.
Thank you, Jay. So yeah, I was going to expand on that too, Danielle. So and again, it was a great question. To Jay's point, to Jay's example, in Rent Butter, or if you have a software that we're integrated with, you're going to be able to see the status of that applicant. So if they started the verification and they did not complete, it's going to say verification incomplete. And then all, to Jay's point, all of their information is in there in the application, their phone number, so that you can follow up with them. We are also creating, it's not ready yet in the dashboard. We have it available with some of our integrated partners where we can send out email alerts. So just know that there are options depending on how you're set up.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I love that option. It sits there. Yeah. Anyone else have any questions?
Danielle, did that answer your question?
Yes, that did. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hello, hello.
Yes.
Anybody else got any questions? And sorry about that, y'all. Did anybody else have any questions, y'all?
Yeah, how much you selling that property we heard you trying to sell over
Pretty penny.
there? We all better get a cut out of that one.
Yeah, I know, right? You had to hear me go into a sales mode. Quick question, Michael. Are you guys gonna be doing any Cash App verifications? I got a lot of people coming through who sweeping down, they make a living on Cash App.
Cash App verification specifically, not that I'm aware of. So you're talking about the app Cash App, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, so if they deal, so these are consumers that deal primarily in cash that you're trying to address or deal with.
Yeah, it's just a lot of people use Cash App instead of PayPal and stuff now, and Chime. For the ones who do Cash App, do you have a is that in the works or?
I'll take that back to development. We have Chime. Chime is incorporated into the banking. So
Yeah,
Chime is
just let development know, Brad put that out there.
okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Brad.
And then the next question was ITIN numbers for my Spanish people.
Hey,
Yeah.
real quick on that one on the Cash App. So, Michael, one thing that a lot of people do, and Brad, you kind of got me thinking about it because now I'm thinking fraud, faking, make it look good. Some people don't have pay stubs, but what they do is they'll go to their Cash App summary and they'll screenshot that. And instead of a pay stub, they'll submit a Cash App screenshot in a way.
Okay. Have you seen Jay? You've seen that?
A lot of times, Brad is dead on. There's a lot. I mean, it's insane how many people get paid real payroll through Cash App.
They do.
Okay. I will take that back. Okay, so what percentage? I mean, any type of stats that you have on that? What percentage you're seeing?
90%.
No, I would
90%.
say at least a third of all of our properties.
Where I'm at, 90%.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, yeah. And it's a clientele a lot of times too. Is the clientele that's what they go to. So PayPal too risky for them. Venmo the same. Cash App is where it's at.
Okay. Do you? I mean, are you? And again, just thinking through some of the friction points that might exist for you. I mean, is Cash App something that you have to deal with because it's 90% of your clientele, or we've got operators that won't deal in cash. I guess is my point. So I'm trying to determine if that's
Yeah,
something.
Cash App is an app like Venmo or
Sure.
PayPal. In the sense cash itself, no, I don't accept cash. That's you're gonna go put in a money order or something of that nature. But
It's green. It's green. I don't know if you can see that. It's a green app called Cash App. Is what everybody use right there. Cash App.
if you
Okay.
use Chime, you should be able to somehow integrate it. I mean, run it by your team. That's a good question.
Yeah, I'll look into that immediately.
And then about the ITIN numbers, I get some people, some Spanish folks that want to come through. We want to take care of them. Is that possible with Rim Butter?
Oh, absolutely. It is legal to obtain credit with an ITIN number. So instead of in our portal, in place of what asks for the social, you would just put in the ITIN number, and that would allow us to check the credit, run the eviction, run the criminal, run the full gamut.
Okay, cool. Because I work with a lot of property managers, and they take a long time to approve people. And if I can just do this part myself and then just have them email this over to them, there'd be more of them just checking what they want to see.
Yeah. So in full transparency, we get a lot of ITI numbers that don't necessarily, it just comes back, no credit on file or inquiries only. But you do see a small percentage of consumers that have ITINs that establish credit with that. And we certainly would be able to show that for you. There are other credit reporting agencies that won't allow for that. Ours does. We're going to look at that ITIN. We've partnered with TU in order to make sure that we can deliver consumer files with ITIN numbers. It's not a large percentage, but if they've established credit, we're going to have it.
That wrap me up. Any other questions? I'll holler at Jose for sure.
Start to finish, Michael, when somebody applies and actually completes the application, what's the quickest time we can get the results?
I mean, it's real time. So as soon as as soon as the applicant goes through the verification process, which usually takes about 3 to 5 minutes, you're going to have that in RentButter or in your software. The background check, so the credit, the criminal, the eviction, bankruptcy data, our behavior analytics, that's instant. That's going to all come back immediately. If we need to run a deeper criminal search, we have to do that for some jurisdictions. That could take 1 to typically 2 business days to turn that around for you.
I've worked with communities who now they let me do them. I just, my home's in their communities. I send my people to RentButter, comes back, I'll share a copy with them. Whereas before it was more so, no, anybody living in the community, yes, you're the investor, but we still got to run it by our systems. We had one that took almost 2 weeks to get the background. I don't know if it was personnel working or what the system was. When you delay something like that, like a background, people, buyers, tenants, they get cold feet. That's the perfect way to lose a potential. Yep. And it happened time and time again. It was like an aggravation. So, again, I can't say enough good things about RentButter. I mean, it's where it's at. It's quick, instant, friendly. It's dead on.
Awesome. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, we know time kills deals, for sure. We get that. That's why we've tried to make this product as much as we can real time. Obviously, with the verifications, it's consumer permission, meaning they have to go through the process. But as quick as they do that, you're going to have the results. The screening can be performed outside of that. So depending on what you're like, Jay, I'm not sure how you're doing that. Do you wait for the verification to come back before you do the screening, or do you automatically do the screening? And when the verifications come back, you have the full complete report.
We wait till the verification. I have an agent that goes in there and steady checks on them, steady constant, like I said, nudges them, finish it up, get it done. And again, even before they're done, they've uploaded not enough information that you can just about see where it's going to go anyway.
Got it. That's right. So again, the dependency is that verification. That's what usually takes the longest because you have to rely on the consumer. The good news is the consumer usually has a lot of, they're motivated to go through that process, right? Because they want that rental home or they want that loan. So you'll see that where in manufactured housing in particular, I see a much higher velocity because there's a lot of, they're committed to going through that process because they need to get into that rental home or they need that loan.
I have an additional question. Who picks up the cost of the application?
That's another great question. One of 2 ways. We have our own payment processor within RentButter. So if you use our payment processor, we're going to take that application fee from the applicant, and then whatever the screening cost is, if there's a surplus, you would see a credit on your statement, and we'd write you a check every month. If there's a let's say the screening is 35 and you charged for whatever reason you charged only 30, you would only pay $30 or $5 for that invoice, right? If you ran one application for that month. So it really depends on how you want that set up and what your application fee is. But we can charge the applicant directly, take their fee, or take their credit card or their debit card, process that, and then we only invoice you on the difference or credit your account back and write you a check.
I was going to finish the call with that, and it was like this is where it's a no-brainer. So I charge $50. That's how much, and I can go up on it if I choose to. $50 that covers rent butter, and every month y'all are sending me $300 to $400 checks. It's a no-brainer. I mean, I'm making money for this, and it's a service off to the side. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Some of these backgrounds, communities, I'm seeing $75, $80, even $100 are charging at this point. So I mean, us at 50, is still there. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, that would be the tenant or the buyer. That's their responsibility to screen themselves. That's part of the process and part of the qualifications, really.
Thank you, Jay. That's right.
Love it. Do anybody else in the community got any other questions before we let Mr. Michael Brown go? Y'all ready to talk about y'all deals? That's what it is. They ready to talk about deals, then use rent butter. That's what it is, Michael.
All right. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for your time. And Jay, I'll just look forward to following up with you after.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming. Can't thank you enough. We'll definitely connect. I do want to call. I'll call you next week.
You got it. Thank you, buddy.
And anybody in the community that want to get in touch with Michael Brown, you just get in touch with Jose. He'll streamline the process for you.
Okay. Thank you all so much.
All right, Michael. All right, let's get this party started. Let's go, Tony. Where you at? What you up to?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's going on?
This week I was on vacation, but I do have another deal I gotta go check out tomorrow. JV deal with
Oh, I couldn't hear you.
somebody.
I tried.
Okay.
To
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, I said I have a lead I'm gonna go check out tomorrow afternoon. So I got that going on tomorrow.
Okay, what's going on with the rehab?
The rehab?
Yep.
I don't have a rehab. It was just oh, you talking about that one, the last one that I posted on the
Yeah, you supposed to be finishing the drywall.
No. I already had that one done. It was just that I gotta go ahead and just get a handyman to go ahead and get the finish. You talking about that one home that had stuff that needs to be cleaned up at the end? Is that what you're talking about?
I swear you had a deal where it was some guy called you and I told you just to tell him that you'll holler at him whenever you're about done with it. And I asked you, did you gonna do the wallpaper? No.
No, that wasn't me.
Okay. No, that's cool. So right now you about to go check out a lead tomorrow?
Yes.
Where you get the lead from?
One of my mentors, they have somebody that was looking at it, so they wanted me to go look at it and doing a JV deal.
Okay. Yeah, you just got to go over there and get some more details, then we can advise you on how to do it. You said they want a JV with you?
Yes.
Okay. Did they tell you if it was as is condition or is it ready to rent or ready to sell?
It's ready to sell.
Okay. Get some pictures and drop it in the group so we can tell you what we think.
Okay. I will do.
All right, that's good, Tony. That's good. You got that one off of networking. Did you ever get some signs out? You got signs out, right?
I did get some, but not this week. I've been out of town, so I'll be doing this weekend.
Okay. Living La Vida Loca.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, man, I'm ready to hear what you got. Just make sure you get some pictures and we can kind of give you a idea what we feel like what you should charge for that thing.
All right.
All right. Angel, what's up?
Thank you.
You welcome, brother.
How you doing, Brad? Good evening to everybody. I'm still working on what I mentioned on Tuesday, but I do have a quick question. Excuse me for eating.
Oh no, you're gonna have to give me some if you're gonna be eating on this thing.
Look, if I could send it to South Carolina, I would, bro. So I have the one I'm doing currently, she asked me where I posted my sales, and she asked me if I was going to post it in Zillow or MLS. We can't post on Zillow. I know MLS is something with real estate, but we can't post on Zillow, can we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. Thanks for she helped me out.
The one thing about posting on Zillow is if it don't come with the land, you're gonna have a bunch of people on your ass about, oh, this doesn't make sense. They
Mhm.
don't want to be in the community. So if you put a listing up, make sure you please put that this is in a community. Because people who go to Zillow look for land. They look for single family homes. They don't look for mobile homes. That's why I
Well,
think
this
marketplace.
one this one is not even in a community. It has to be moved.
Oh, they're
I
gonna
got
I don't
something.
know
they're
that
gonna
I'd
tear
post
you
that
up.
on Zillow.
They're gonna tear you up.
Yeah, I
Turbo.
wouldn't do that on Zillow. It just for
I
anyone
mean, if you
who
want people to call, but now all jokes aside, for real, marketplace is the mobile home Zillow.
Okay, got you.
But
Market.
and for
if you make
anybody
it,
wondering, or I was just gonna say real quick, you can post on the MLS. There's a service. I have to look back because I don't bother because marketplace is bread and butter for me. There's a service you pay is like $40 a month or something, and you have access to posting in the MLS. I personally don't think it's worth it because, like Brad said, most people on the MLS are looking for single family homes, but you can
Okay.
actually, for not too much money, you could post on the MLS. And what you would do it for is exactly what you said, is really only for credibility with buyers, because they're going to ask, or with sellers, they're going to ask you where you're going to post it, and then you could say on the MLS.
Okay. Thank you.
Turbo tenants. Y'all need to check it out, all of y'all. Turbo tenant in less than 3 weeks, I would say, is almost doing as good as Craigslist and Facebook. Turbo
Turbo
tenant.
tenant.
Yep, it is free. It is an app. Make sure you use Landlord for it. And I was skeptical as always. I'm not going to pay to post my homes. That's not happening. So it's free. And what it does is it actually blasts it out to Zillow, truly a realtor, and they actually list. And it'll tell you. And when people start sending you leads, I'm interested. They will tell you this link came from apartments.com. It came from the site, and then you're able to see where it's at, and you don't have to pay for it. The way TurboTen makes their money is if someone's interested and they'll go screen through them, they start making money. I'm just here to take the leads. This is what it is. Once somebody connects me, I connect directly off site, and that's where we start making them deals.
yeah, post that in the community. I love that one. I'm looking at it right now.
Free. We've sold multiple on it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, let go. Let go. Yeah, Angel. Marketplace is the marketplace now. I guess Turbo Tenant. That's a cool vibe for sure. I'm like I said, like Danny said, man, Zillow is just it's for single family. Like, and you will get some mobile homes with me. Now if I get a mobile home on land I'm about to sell, I'm on top of that Zillow. I want it on Zillow.
Got you.
But like I said, if you're gonna put it up there anyway, make sure you got in the description with parentheses and exclamation marks. This needs to be moved. This is not here to stay, you know? And everybody dropped Danielle dropping that website. She just dropped MV. You want to tell us a little bit? Oh, that's the way of the website. Okay.
Yeah, it's just the one I was telling you about, NewYorkMLS.com. It works in any state, but it sounds like Turbo Tenant might be a little bit better anyway, but feel free to check it out.
For sure. Hey, drop all that in the community, y'all. Jose, drop Turbo Tenant, drop that. It looks good. All
Here's
right,
something
Angel.
for leads. I was getting creative. So doing a lot more in Panama City. That's where I'm at now. Find a source. You got to find the sources. So one of the things is, like, for instance, handymen that work on mobile homes. Most likely they live in a mobile home or know of people in a mobile home. So what I'm doing is, you bring me the home, I'll hire you to fix it. And that's what I'm posting. So I'll go to Facebook Marketplace and put any handyman that know how to work on mobile homes, DM me your number. Man, I got a list. I'm going to hit them up next week. And that's exactly what I'm going to do is I know that you can rehab mobile homes. So now, do you know anyone that needs to sell one? And of course, if I'm going to hire them to be the ones that fix it, they're going to get a little more proactive, more busy to bring me deals. Hell, I may pay them $100, $200 a little lead for bringing me the home itself, and then I'll put their butts to work in it. And you can do that in any market.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Darling, what's going on, man?
What's good, Brad? What's good, everybody? So basically, Brad, me and you kind of been going back and forth throughout the week. So last week I had to get my signs together. So, I sent you that one this morning, and you kind of approved that. So I ordered it before I came to work, and I think it take maybe 5 to 7 days. Kind of just depends. So yeah, once that comes out. Once I get my signs in, I'll be able to, start marketing and just posting everywhere pretty much.
Yeah, it's time to go to work.
Most definitely, man. It's been a long time coming. So I'm excited about that. And just want to say you, Jose, man, y'all guys are putting on some good information, especially the guy from Rents Butters. I know that's probably out of my realm right now, but just in general, like you guys are giving great information, great resources in general. So heads up.
Oh,
Heads up to
I
y'all.
appreciate that. No, let me run something by you, by the way. I know Michael said you need about 100 units. I don't mind giving y'all my link only here in the community, giving you my link that we send to applicants. If you have onesies and you want a trusted system that's going to screen them accordingly, is between us. You can get them to pay for that, and I can share your background. I'm not going to see it. It's not my client. Danielle, you need one, send it to me. They'll fill it out, and I'll let you know, hey, them guys completed it. I emailed it back to you. So that's something we can help you out with.
Gotcha. Most definitely appreciate it, man. But yeah, Brad,
Let's go.
that's pretty much for me.
Yeah, man, you absolutely welcome, man. I told you in the family, we're gonna treat you like it. Let's go.
Most definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, man, go to work. When they touch down, go to work now.
Oh no, I ain't got. Hey, look, I'm too far in. I'm too far in deep. I ain't got no choice but to see. Now I done bought signs. I done said enough of this. I done suffered enough in silence than anything, man. So hey, I'm ready.
That's what I'm talking about. Congrats to your new mindset. I love it.
Appreciate it.
Chandra, what's up, girl?
Good evening, everyone.
How you doing over there? What you got going on?
Just the home that I mentioned Tuesday. I'm gonna meet with the owner this week, and I'm gonna drop those pictures in the community.
What day, what time you going?
I'm supposed to go tomorrow, 12 o'clock.
Let's go. Just
Just
make
tomorrow,
sure you know
tomorrow,
your
12
schedule. That's how
Yeah.
you put it. You better know it. All right.
Yep.
Wow, that's good. Yeah, don't make no sudden moves. Let us advise you.
Okay, will do, definitely.
Mm-hmm. And what was this you looking at? A 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom?
It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 1976.
It's in a community?
It's in a 55 community.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. I wonder how that look. You already got pictures? You say you ain't got no pictures, right?
No, I don't have pictures of the inside. I've seen the outside though.
Yeah, make sure you get pictures, drop it in the community. Let us jump on that.
Will do, definitely.
All right, that's what's up. Tracy, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you back.
Hey, Brad, I'm here. Thank you. Good to be back. Hey, everybody, again. So for me, I have a couple things going on. I had the one deal for my home that was over 40K. Financing didn't work out for my potential buyer, but luckily I've been able to find a cash buyer for that one. So that's great. Just waiting for them to get park approved at this point.
Okay, what you
And
looking to make on
then,
that thing?
yeah, not much. It's going to be about uh, more, a dollar is good, but about $4,000 on that one.
Man, hey, I ain't got time
Um,
to hear that. You done got, hey, nah, you done got spoiled now.
I know, right?
You done
Look,
got
I had to
spoiled
backtrack.
now. Yeah,
I
he's
had to
little 40
backtrack on
houses.
that one.
Nah, man, get in, get out. That's it. Hey,
Yeah,
4,000 a month is a
definitely.
good day.
Yeah, and this one is it was a mortgage on it, so it was a unique situation. But my buyer is okay with that. We're getting the title a few weeks after we closed on the deal, so that's
That's good.
good.
Did you use the title company so everything could be stable? Did you get the payoff?
I
Official
yes,
payoff?
so I got the payoff. Yes, yeah, I
Did the
got the
mortgage
official
company know that
payoff.
it's about to be sold?
Yes,
All right.
yep, they're aware. So we're just waiting on park approval. One of the potential tenants has a background, and so we're just waiting to see if they get approved. And then the one that I need some help on is the home that I have in my name. So I had an issue where my mover license, setup contractor license, was inactive at the time of the move. They didn't get the permits beforehand, and so I was just, I was like, let me just get them. So I went to get the permits at the county planning board, and I couldn't get them because my mover's license was inactive. They have since reapplied to renew the license, which is great. And today I spoke to the board, and they were saying that they did not, they're just waiting on the bond. So I was going to try to kind of work around it and find another mover that would, look at the house and make sure it's set up properly and, do anything to it that would make it, you know, uh, complete inspection or pass inspection, sorry. And I can't. The movers really don't want to touch it, and I can't say that I blame them. So I'm really just trying to work with the mover that moved the home on, let's please get this license renewed. But they're just waiting on one piece, and hopefully they'll get that done. They are in communication with me, which is great. Um, we're just waiting. The issue more so is my buyer. Like they're ready to move forward. They're ready to get the electrician and plumber out there, and we just can't move forward until then. And I've been really transparent and honest with them about what's going on. They're cool about it, but you can tell, they're ready to get this started because it's a dad who bought the property for his son and daughter-in-law who's living with them, so he's ready for them to move out. Yeah.
I mean, that's better than being somebody like living with a friend and they on the outs now and they done brought that and they waiting for you. I mean, God,
Mm,
lived with them since they was this age anyway. You'll be all right.
yeah. Yeah. So
I say
we
send
start
a quick little
conversating.
gift or something. Send a little simple
Okay.
gift, like a little
Okay.
gift basket or something, little something to go out to eat. You know what I'm saying? Just to
Yeah.
kind of just to get the time by, and then as far as the movers, I mean, if they ain't ghosting you, man, they working on it. And then you don't want to be
Thankfully,
every
yes.
day checking on. If you check on them every single day, I mean, they really can't go ghost. I mean, you got them under contract, right?
Yes.
Oh well, I'll check on them every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, any updates? Hey, any updates? Hey, any updates? Hey, any updates?
Okay.
Yep. Until they be like, hey,
Yeah.
listen, we got to get this lady taken care of. What y'all think about that? Anybody, any of the admins, what y'all think about that situation on that one?
So that home needs to be set up. It's already moved and it just needs to be set up.
Yeah, Danielle. So it's moved and quote unquote set up. So he didn't set it up all the way because if they do, then they could be fined because the license was inactive. And so, I mean, but they'll get it set up when the time comes. It's just that their license is inactive.
Right. Because I was going to say out your way, probably heavy hitters. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's you called or reached out to.
Heavy Hitters is a company.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
And they do
hadn't heard of them.
Yeah, they do set up all over. And they've been working on a park, doing setup, working it out, and all that kind of stuff. So they're
Nice.
Jeremy is the fella.
Okay. Nice, nice. Yeah, I never heard of them. Thank you. Yeah, I'll
Mm-hmm.
reach out. That was, what I'm hoping. I was hoping to just get another mover to, get my setup done and basically just sign off on it because it's basically done. I just need another mover to sign off because my mover's license is inactive.
They
Yeah,
made this for
it
you.
be them it's like contractors. Contractors don't want to work after another contractor. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm running into.
that thing
Yeah,
catch
they
on
don't want to touch
fire or
it.
some crazy shit, man.
Yeah,
Boy's gonna be heated.
yeah, yeah. That's what I was running into on it. So I'm burning both, both ends of the candle. Still working with the current mover and still trying to find another one. So I'll reach out to heavy hitter Danielle. Thanks for that.
And I probably have a few other ones in my back
Okay,
pocket. So just check with me if you need the number, if you can't get the number.
I'm using them
awesome.
in my backpack. I got something in my backpack for you. Yep. Hey, get them a gift card to a steakhouse or something, man. Tell them chill
Okay.
out. Go eat a steak.
Yep. Thanks, Fred.
Yeah. Kim. Well, Tracy, you got any more?
No, no, no. That was it. Thanks.
Yeah, you sound like you locked and loaded and on the way.
I hope so.
And make sure y'all posting y'all wins inside the community. Every little thing that y'all get, every little milestone y'all do, post them in the win section, man. We want to congratulate y'all for sure. Hey Kim, what's going on?
Hello, 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 everyone.
How you doing, Miss Busy?
Yeah, I am that and some more. I am doing well. Doing well. Remember the one you asked me about last time? Oh,
Yeah, the
I'm
one
so
that
sorry
you
I had to
took
jump
back,
off the
right?
last. What'd you say?
The one that you brought back, right?
No, no, no. This was the one I was being greedy on. I only paid $500 for it. I just said, all right, let me just sell it because I was trying to make a killing on it. But I did. I did. I listened to you guys and I said, let me
What you
just
end
get
up
this
doing?
off.
I'm ready to hear it. What you end up doing?
Well, I ended up selling that at 14, which was low for me, but it is what it is. It's like at
Hey
least I
man,
didn't have to pay
hold
part of the
on. I'm
slot
gonna
line.
need the group. Hey, I'm gonna need the group to take a drink of water or something. Y'all getting boozy.
Listen, I'm in the
14
Northeast,
days is a
remember?
good weekend.
Yeah.
Now, I love the standards. Keep y'all standards high because you can make a lot of money with this stuff. I love it. Continue, Kim.
So I mean, right now I'm just working on expansion. And um, we are. So one thing is, I love Danny at Keyhole, but I'm definitely looking to add some new lenders, national lenders, to our portfolio. We have quite a few that we're working with, but we want to add some like in the Northeast. I heard there was one up in Boston that was a really good one that they close in 30 days or less. Because we have really, we kind of narrowed down the scope of people that we're looking for. So if you guys have any lenders, that would be great because we always use Keyhole right now. And we're definitely looking to add some more. But yeah, that's what's going on. We're just
Yo, who
expanding.
you got mine? Who you got mine so far?
So right now we've got 21st, Vanderbilt, Triad, Tamac. Those are the ones off the top of my head because
All of those doing appraisals though, right?
um who is it? No, we have some small credit unions. One of those guys, they just do they don't do an appraisal, they just do the what is it, the NADA, which is always really, really low. But I always prepare people to say, listen, the appraisal is just for information only. The sales contract, that's the sales price. We don't negotiate from that. But so yeah, we do.
I love the way you move through that.
So
Move through the jungle.
listen, you got to be firm because we also finance. So we finance, we set the price. But
Nice.
if you guys know of any lenders, that would be great. Like I said, we have some credit unions that we work with, but their appraisals have come in low in the past. So we save them for those people that have a 750 credit score or higher.
No, that's wonderful. Whatever happened to that deal you brought back?
Oh, so that's under contract. We are waiting on that one is with Keyhole. We're just waiting to close on that one. So we've got that one and a couple that we're waiting to close.
And Kim, so just to touch base on like a lender thing, you're right on point. There are no other lenders that you like haven't really heard of. The what like Zippy, but they only work with parks. Like they work with the parks to market the homes. They won't really do, and they have to be in the park already. So they're hard. Now with 21st, some of the parks actually already work with 21st, and then they can have lower credit scores. They have lower requirements because they're under a recourse agreement. So you can always look into that. If you get a park, you can actually call up the manager and say, hey, are you, do you work with 21st?
So
And
the
then
parks,
that's,
go ahead.
huh? Well,
What were you
yeah, so you'd have to talk to the management about that and say, hey, do
okay.
you already have a recourse agreement with 21st? Because if they do, that's when they'll accept a 620. I think it was a 620 or higher. So you can get in a little bit with a lower credit score than usual. But really, you're looking at Triad, Cascade, Credit Human is another one. But the problem is they all use those NATA values. And I have not figured out a way other than having the buyer come up with the cash, like, because we had that problem with homes that we renovated coming in at 20,000 when they would sell easily for 50. Um, and they were doing the NATA value, and they would come back and we would pay $500 to do an appraisal, and it would still come back like 10,000 lower than it should have. I have not found a lender yet that will not rely on that, but I've like been on a desperate search for one, so I will definitely let you know if I find somebody who does not do the appraisals.
Wonderful. Because you guys don't do it, which is awesome.
Yeah, but we're like, I don't know anyone who really does it. And like you said, the problem with the NATA values is they do it like cars, and they're not cars. They do go up in value a lot. So that's the problem with those. We always used to use data comp for appraisals, and they'd pull from the NATA value.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
did the
data
21st.
comp. Yeah.
I did a 21st. I don't even think they had like a 600. They barely had that. And but like you said, they had to have this whole partnership thing going on with the park. And these homes was brand new, 2024. So it's like
That helps too, because they have a
and they
different way
hold the
of doing
title.
it.
Like 21st holds the title.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I also have one that I found that I just started a partnership with. I haven't put anything through them yet to the test, but I do like the programs they have. Chattel, homes with land, homes without land, um, just a lot of different programs. And I think the minimum FICO is like 520 with them. So I can definitely send that to you. It's a broker, but really, really good program. And they're excited to be working with in the manufacturing home space.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah,
excellent. Thank
text me
you.
that too. Can you get me that information too? I would love to have that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Everybody posted all in the community. So we all can see it all.
Yeah. Do
Tracy,
you guys
what's up
know?
with this Park Lane? What's up with this Park Lane you saying?
Yeah, so it's actually a lender. The seller that I'm working with on her home, the with the mortgage, is through Park Lane, and her interest rate was, I mean, it probably depends on her credit score and all that too, but the interest rate was pretty good on her loan. And I had never heard about them before, so it's just one to look into in this area.
They also do appraisals, but they are more like Credit Human. They're like Credit Human and Cascade in that they're more like boutique. I personally liked working with them better than 21st because 21st took forever to close. And you would call and say, hey, what's going on with this deal? And they would say, I don't know. You have to talk to somebody else, call back, or I'll have them call. It was a mess. Park Lane and Credit Human and Cascade are a little bit smaller. So usually you can call one person. But unless they change, they did require an appraisal as of like 2 years ago.
Yeah, with 21st, you got to have somebody extension. If you ain't got nobody extension and you ain't got like a actual loan officer that you work with, they will put you. You will talk to 3 damn people. But that's why if that person ain't there or off or sick or something for the day, I bet I talk to y'all tomorrow.
That was my thing. I had an extension because I did like so many deals with them, and they still, I mean, I don't know if it was a really busy year for them or something, but yeah, like he'd be like, oh, I'm not in right now. I'll get back to you. 2 days go by. I'm trying to talk to somebody and I'm on the phone. Yeah. So That's like the big lenders, big, like it's not the end of the world. It's worth it to get a deal done.
I think Brookshire, there's Brookshire Hathaway, right? Something like that.
They're a big, and actually Vanderbilt.
That's Brookshire. That's theirs. That's Brookshire.
Vanderbilt is a sister company of 21st. They're like a small, so they do pretty much, I mean, a little bit different policies, but Vanderbilt is really just an offshoot of 20, just for anybody wondering.
Berkshire. Wow, I sound lame as hell. It's Berkshire.
Sounded white there for a second, Brad.
Yeah, what did I call it? Brookshire? I sound like I was fresh from New York. Yeah, Brookshire. Oh man. All right. Anybody else got any other deals going on right now that we need to speak on? And if y'all want to get in touch with Michael Brown once again, or matter of fact, you really just need to be getting in touch with Jose, because ain't none of y'all got 100 units. I don't got 100 units. None of us do. So if we plan on working with Rent Butter, holla at Jose. He'll streamline the process. He'll get you a link. He'll get you taken care of. Get your deals done. Yup. Well, with that being said, man, this was a good Zoom right here. Nice presentation. Good to hear everybody got some motion going on. I'm ready to see what Dylan do with them bandit signs when he get them. Tony, let's hear what's going on tomorrow. Drop those pictures. Angel, same with you. You got a appointment tomorrow. Drop it. Chandra, I forgot what we told you need to do. What was it Chandra needed to do? What was it you needed to do, Chandra? You should know.
She got an appointment tomorrow at 12.
Okay. Angel it's 3 people got appointments tomorrow. And then Kim, keep doing what you do best. Wait for your deals to close. Don't forget we like Longhorn Steakhouse. Don't forget. And Tracy, yeah, just be patient and send them over a gift card or something, man. Actually think about it. It's something at one point in time they told you what they like. Think about it. It'll be because when you give a gift to somebody, they feel like they got to give a gift back. So if you give them some type of gift, they'll give you the gift of patience. And I think that's worth more than money right now. Angel, you ain't got no appointment. What is it you had going on? One more time.
I'm working on. I got a home under contract. I'm working on marketing it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in the community?
No, I haven't put that in the community.
No, I'm talking about, is that the one that need to be moved, or am I getting that mixed up?
Yeah, that's the one that needs to be moved. Remember, she was asking tonight. I told her she was asking about if I was going to put it on Zillow or MLS.
Okay. Well, it's under contract, right?
Yeah, it's under contract. I just let her know that, like, I just said to her, when it doesn't come with land, we don't like to use Zillow. And I let her know that I've sold a property recently for $50K on Marketplace, and to trust me, we're going to take care of her.
Let's go. All right. Well, that sounds good, y'all. Everything, all your wins that you got, whether you got something under contract, you made some money this month, whether you just ordered your signs, whether you got a deal with somebody approved for the deal, drop it all in the wins. I want everybody to see what's going on. With that being said, man, till next time, y'all.
Do it.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks, y'all. Good night.